It's a good thing you don't have to be good at math when the numbers are this easy. You know, 11 times 2 is 22. Greetings, everyone. I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad that you are here. Today's nonsense is in Magic the Gathering Arena, as always, and our good friend Get98 has actually cashed in a deck overview for me to overview his version of Zombie Hunt, is for lack of a better nomenclature there. Folks, this is a combo that has been known for a hot minute and saw its heyday, I guess one might say, when there was a card called Thassa's Oracle hanging out in the historic format. Since Thassa's Oracle went away, it has seen a lot less play, but what's going on here, folks? It's a little bit weird. There are 4 sorceries, 2 enchantments, and 54 lands. No, folks, that's not a typo. 54 lands in this deck. What on earth is going on here? Well, Zombie Infestation, 2-mana enchantment, says discard 2 cards, create a 2/2 zombie creature token. Okay. Treasure Hunt says reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card. Then put all cards revealed this way into your hand. So, the general idea is we have a bunch of lands that try and do things. Notable, and first and foremost, most important, Reliquary Tower. You have no maximum hand size. So you don't even have to discard at, on your turn. Not required, believe it or not. If you get the Zombie Infestation onto the board and you draw into 35 cards, you can just discard them on your turn. The issue with that line of play is that your opponent could just say, okay, Anger of the Gods, Sweltering Suns, Doomscar, Day of Judgment. Yeah, all those things could happen. And then, your army and your game plan and essentially your game all go out the window. A couple of notable cards here. Beyond the combo of Treasure Hunt revealing 54 lands, revealing 20 cards, putting them all into your hand. Zombie Infestation, discarding 2 cards, creating zombies. Reliquary Tower having no maximum hand size. There are a few others. First of all, there's some cycling lands to help us find additional combo pieces, things like that. If our opponent maybe hits us with Duress, that would be not great, or, Thoughtseize, Inquisition, something like that. If Near Dead Lands is actually a way of interacting with our opponent's creatures. If there's something going on over there where we just simply can't win or something like that, it could happen. And similarly, Desert Glorified is a desert for if Near Deadlands, but it also is cycling, so it will allow us to find other pieces. Similarly, Emergence Zone says you may cast spells this turn as though they had flash if we sacrifice it. So if we're going up against a deck we know has a bunch of counter magic and things, we might try and resolve our Zombie Infestation. They're like, okay, during your end step, I'm going to do a bunch of things and tap a bunch of mana. Well, okay, that's when we sacrifice Emergence Zone and then cast our Zombie Infestation to get it resolved so our opponent doesn't, beat us that way, right? And then last but certainly not least, Mystic Sanctuary. Very, very powerful here. When it enters the battlefield, you may put an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard on top of your library if you control 3 or more islands. Not an easy thing to arrange in this list, considering most of our lands are not actually island. There are ice tunnels, of course 17 islands, and that's it. But 21 islands is still kind of a lot when you think about how many islands you might expect in a normal list, and these do count in multiples. So if we do pull up a hand that's weird and has 3 Mystic Sanctuary, they are islands. So as far as when you say, well, we don't have that many islands, it's 21 plus 4, we're on 25 islands. This is fine. Right? Everything is fine. Again, to recap, resolve of Zombie Infestation, hopefully have Reliquary Tower down, Treasure Hunt into a bunch of lands until we hit another Zombie Infestation, or preferably another Treasure Hunt, be able to do it all again, discard them all, create 2/2s, swing in for the win. Can we get some wins? I'm confident we'll find a winner too. All right, folks, here we are up against Angle 1983, and good luck, Angle. I mean, we're gonna keep this hand. We've got a treasure hunt, we've got a reliquary tower. You know, I wouldn't say it's like shocking or amazing or anything, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna start on Dismal Backwater, gain a life, plan on reliquary tower into treasure hunt next turn. This is a sorcery, so we can't do it on their turn, but darn it, you know, we can do things for sure. Okay, well, reliquary tower, treasure hunt, we draw into another treasure hunt. All right, fair enough. Opponent on Llanowar Elves, turn 3, has access to 4 mana. Is this just a collect company turn? We will find out. Notably, folks, we do need to find the zombie infestation, or we, you know, can't win. So our opponent has decisions to make, but oh boy, questing beast. Okay, that will put on a relatively quick clock, and you know, we can't block it because, you know, can't be blocked by creatures power 2 or less, right? So treasure hunt, we draw into another treasure hunt. Oh no. All right, well, Dismal Backwater just to gain some life here. Actually, I wonder if it was supposed to be Ifnir Deadlands, potentially. Possible. I'm not sure. Maybe. Ooh, interesting. Stonecoil Serpent shows up as a 5/5 trample. We draw into another Dismal Backwater. Well, treasure hunt? Bunch of stuff. Hey, we do get the zombie infestation. That much is very good. So, zombie infestation, and pass the turn. So the opponent almost certainly knows what's going on here. They can, you know, put the dots together. Ooh, Great Henge. Still having access to 3 mana is kind of brutal. Please tell me they don't have a lot more going on. We have 19 cards in hand, which is actually kind of problematic because that is not going to be enough to actually kill them in one swing. So we have to be vigilant about not just dying here. Okay, opponent gets in with the 2. Very predictable things. I think, folks, we have to discard enough cards to trade off a couple of 2/2s. We are going to block with enough to make sure they don't save the Stonecoil Serpent and kill us. But since we can't win in one swing, we have to be prepared for the fact that our opponent could do something. Actually, not Ifnir Deadlands. Almost anything else, actually. And opponent. We're going to discard. Let's see. How many more do you think, folks? Probably just one more here. Put all of them in front of that Stonecoil Serpent. Because they could give Death Touch as well. So maybe 4 is enough. All right. Seems unlikely they're going to give a Death Touch, but we need to have enough creatures left over so that they don't kill us under normal circumstances either. Opponent going to ram through. Okay. Yep. This is exactly what we had anticipated might happen, which is why we made extra creatures. All right, so now, Ifnir Deadlands, That's the Glorified, Zombie Infestation, Zombie Infestation, Zombie Infestation, Zombie Infestation, Zombie Infestation. Yep. Zombie Infestation. So, Almost there, folks. I think this is going to be the last one that we make here, because we can make 2 more dudes, but that's not enough, right? Actually, it is, isn't it? Because they're at 22. Oh, okay. So I was thinking we weren't going to have quite enough. All right. Well, folks, it's a good thing you don't have to be good at math when the numbers are this easy. You know, 11 times 2 is 22. That's the math we had to do. The previous plan that I was thinking we were going to have to execute was save a cycling land and a Mystic Sanctuary. Mystic Sanctuary put back Treasure Hunt means we get to fire off another Treasure Hunt, right? And then it goes on top, and then we use a cycling land to draw into the Treasure Hunt, and then we Treasure Hunt, draw a bunch of cards, make more dudes that can block, things like that. But it turns out, no, I'm just terrible at math and everything's fine. So don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. GG opponent, GG. All right, folks, here we are up against Vampire. Good luck, Vampire. And I think we've got to keep this hand. It's fine. You know, we have lands. We have a treasure hunt. What more can you ask for, right? All right, well, Ice Tunnel comes down. And kind of nice that we get to have an island, but it also taps for black. So we can just go island, island, Mystic Sanctuary, get back treasure hunt if we want to. Which we likely will. I think we're not going to cast treasure hunt this turn because we want to draw into Reliquary Tower. And if we did draw into Reliquary Tower, we wouldn't have a land drop, right? So please, Reliquary Tower. Yes, there we go. Sure enough, no longer forced to discard our hand. We draw up to 21 cards in hand. Feels good, man. Opponent, Circuitous Roots. And we draw into a Barrenmoor. All right, so we're going to start on... Actually, let's play another land. They do have a blue mana available. It's Gates, so it's unlikely they're doing anything too nasty there, but they could be, as far as counter magic and things. So, okay, well... Another treasure hunt into Zombie Infestation. Okay, yes! We got there. We got there. Opponent, your go. 35 cards in hand. More than enough to kill an opponent. Unless they gain 1,000,000 life or something. Hydrate Krasis, going to gain 3, draw 3, up to 5 cards in hand. You got it. And Explorers, going to find themselves another gate. You got it. It's a forest and another Growth Spiral. Good heavens. They are developing their board in earnest, that is for sure. And Arboreal Grazer joining the party. Hey, we just draw into Zombie Infestation. Don't mind if I do. All right, so Mystic Sanctuary, going to join the party. And put a treasure hunt back on top. Take the action. And we will go ahead, Lonely Sandbar, put it into our hand. And cast it. Your go. Folks, 10 cards in library. I think. Yeah, 10 cards in library, 40 cards in hand. Opponent, Gate to the Citadels. 5 mana available. Gate to Sea Tower. 2 mana. Or, I'm sorry, 5 mana floating. Now 2 mana floating. Opponent, Circuitous Roots. Going to plop a couple of gates onto Ye Olde Battlefield, leaving a Simic Guild Gate and a Rakdos Guild Gate untapped currently. Opponent going to crash in for 6. They do so. Folks, I hate to counter chickens before they hatch, but I do believe we've got our opponent. We've got them right where we want. Yep. Discard, discard. Discard, discard. Discard, discard. Which card? Discard. Yep. And just gonna keep on doing the things. And our opponent maybe as some kind of interaction or something. They also may not understand that we have lethal. They might be also hoping that we screw up and pass the turn before we do combat or something, you know, like trying to the whole play to your opponent messing up thing. And sure enough, our opponent recognizes, yeah, this is going to be way too much, and does in fact scoot them up. GG, Vampire. GG. All right, folks, you are up against Nikopasa. Good luck, Nikopasa. And yeah, this is one of those times when the deck isn't giving you what you want, so you will have to mulligan with a certain amount of regularity. Hey, yep, this is a great hand though. This is perfect, ideal even. Going to get to start. Oh my goodness, we draw into another treasure hunt. Believe it or not, that is just obscene. That is the grossest thing that could have happened, is just to get a treasure hunt off the top. You almost feel a little bit dirty when that happens, because it just means you're going to draw that many more cards with your future treasure hunts, and it speeds up your game plan. You know, like in this case, you know, some amount of the time you're going to hit another treasure hunt, and that is good. You need to do that. But that also means that you won't always be able to zombie infestation in a timely manner, right? So being able to draw another one means it's much less likely for that to happen. Oh boy, our opponent playing Stormwild Caprador? Oh yes, I love it. I love it, opponent. They are definitely doing a cool thing here. So let's treasure hunt again. We draw into our final treasure hunt. Oh my goodness. So okay, I guess it's got to be the where the heck are you? There we go, Ice Tunnel. Because we want an island to put back treasure hunt or whatever, but we also need a zombie infestation. All right, so everybody crashes in. We drop to 12. We're not particularly thrilled about that, but indestructible counters go on. Yep, things happen. So now we are going to play a land and treasure hunt again. This time it has to be zombie infestation. It in fact is zombie infestation. Zombie infestation joins the party, and we have 35 cards in hand, folks. I'm not great at math, but I can say without equivocation, that's a lot. That is a lot. All right, opponent going to go to combat. Charges in with everybody. All right, so we're going to, oh, not that, this and this. Yep. And opponent. This and this. We just don't want to give our opponent the opportunity to kill us, if at all possible, right? We would prefer to live. So we're going to block. Here go, Nikopasa. All right, Sacred Fire, sure. And damage dealt. We take it. Zombie infestation. Land. Zombie infestation. Land. Zombie infestation. Land. Zombie infestation. You're never going to believe this, folks, but I'm going to discard a land and a land. Zombie infestation. Going to discard more lands. Indeed. Unsurprisingly. Land. Zombie infestation. Continues doing the thing. Yep. Zombie infestation. Yep. You guessed it. More lands. Zombie infestation. Land. Zombie infestation. Land. Yep. Zombie infestation. Land. And sure enough, Nikopasa, seeing that we activated it at the final time, they clearly don't have an instant speed removal spell. They also did the math. That was, you know, as soon as this one goes off, it's going to be 22 damage that we're going to be all attacking with. So GG, Nikopasa, GG. It is also possible, folks, that they have one removal spell, but it was clear we were just going for our hand, right? And they didn't want to sit through it. That's reasonable. That's just reasonable. GG, Nikopasa, GG. All right, folks, here we are up against Strong Grandma. Good luck, Strong Grandma. And yeah, I think we're going to keep this. The treasure hunt, you know, if we don't get one of our reliquary towers, it's kind of a bummer. You know, you end up having to discard to hand size, feels bad. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. We have lands. We have a treasure hunt. you know, it's a fine thing to do. Yes, you can get greedy with this deck and mulligan down, particularly if you are just in the play queue. Mulliganing for specifically Treasure Hunt and Reliquary Tower in hand at the same time. You could mulligan all the way down to 2. Still fine. But I also don't think you really need to do that typically. Again, particularly since we are not in the play, or since we are in the play queue, it's not a huge deal. Opponent goes with Territorial Kavu. Interesting. All right, so I guess we're going to go ahead and play a swamp instead of an island, believe it or not, and go so that we can discard these Barren Moors, trying to draw into our... oh my goodness. Reliquary Tower. Opponent, of course, currently thinking we're doing some kind of blue-black control or, you know, something like that. Concerned that we might be doing counter magic things. Not doing any of that. Not doing any of that, folks. We are, we're comboing. Opponent goes the Raugrin Trio, making them 5/5s. So our opponent has on turn 2 played a 5/5, and on turn 3 played a 5/5. Welcome to Historic. Opponent discards a Deafening Clarion, draws into a brand new card, and we take 5. All right, so Barrenmoor gets discarded. We draw into a Mystic Sanctuary. Barrenmoor gets cycled away. We draw into an Ice Tunnel. All right, well, Treasure Hunt. No. Bummer. Okay, well, I guess we're going to go with the Ice Tunnel. We have to discard 5 cards. Feels bad. We also did not draw into our another Treasure Hunt. We drew into the Zombie Infestation, which is good because it might give us a chance to chump block these Territorial Kavus to survive. But it also might mean we never draw into another Treasure Hunt and we die. These things happen. Opponent, having such a good hand, they decide to start exiling things from our bin. Exiles a Treasure Hunt and a land? All right, man. So envious that you have 4 cards in hand that are such incredibly high power level that you feel like it's the correct play to exile lands from our graveyard. It's like, oh geez, this cannot be going well. Strong Grandma, though, hitting us for 10 on turn 4 in their 5-color deck. Good God. Maybe, anyway. Hitting us for 10. They still have priority and are hanging right onto it. Not quite sure what's going on over there. Sure enough, finally they are able to connect with our face. And second main passes the turn. That is a Lonely Sandbar, not a Treasure Hunt. So we're going to cycle away a Lonely Sandbar. Well, shoot, folks. Unfortunately, we are required to Zombie Infest here. And exiling the Treasure Hunt, though, I have to admit, very good play. It does shut off our Mystic Sanctuaries. Oh. Well, we're dead. GG, Strong Grandma. GG. All right, folks, here we are up against Trash W. Good luck, Trash W. And yeah, we can't keep that hand. We're going to have to send that one back. Though, admittedly, this one is fine. So we'll just keep it. Sending back a Swamp, I guess. Pass turn, see what happens. Opponent goes with a Mountain. We're going to go with an Island. Pass the turn. Plan on Lonely Sandbar cycling. Opponent has another Mountain. Goes with Festival Crasher. You got it. All right, it's another island. Emergence Zone. Okay. Well, fine. Again, we don't want a Treasure Hunt here because we won't have a land drop for our Reliquary Tower. So, you know, is what it is. We are a little concerned about this Festival Crasher potentially just killing us between this turn and next turn if they just go like, yeah, pump spell, pump spell, pump spell this turn, and then pump spell, pump spell, pump spell next turn. Yeah, we will just be dead. We don't, you know, have a whole bunch of recourse to that here, and admittedly, you know, I should say we don't have any recourse to that here, because next turn we've got a treasure hunt, the following turn we zombie infest, but it doesn't, you know, we will still be dead. So lonely sandbar, drawn to another land. It's a lonely sandbar. Hey, there's the reliquary tower. That much is very good. So land, we drew into a treasure hunt. Okay. Not very many cards before that zombie infestation, but as long as they don't kill us here, I think we kill them the following turn. Most likely. Not guaranteed, but most likely. So don't kill us, opponent. Though admittedly, I think our chances of survival are like very small. We're talking, I think we have something like a 20% chance of survival or something. Our opponent very clearly playing the card to remember, folks, is Kiln Fiend from back in the day. It gets +3/+0. This one gets, you know, just +2/+0, so it's not quite the same. Oh boy, no sorcery speed ones. That's good news for us. They're of course trying to play around Fading Hope, I think. Sure Strike gives +3/+0. Opponent gives +2/+0 on their own, the Festival Crasher's ability, and then just double strike, going to a 16 power, or double its power, going to 16 power. Well, folks, we had the win next turn. Almost certainly, not guaranteed, but almost certainly. The issue is our opponent won this turn. So, GG. GG, GG. All right, folks, we are back. And I had a great time. We played a lot of really sweet games. Folks, you should know, this is an honest-to-goodness real-life budget deck. No rares or mythics in the main whatsoever. All commons and uncommons, and the majority are even commons. So, for getting your wins in and stuff like that, definitely a deck that can take care of you that way. You should know, some number of players, you know, maybe don't care for combo, things like that, and you know, maybe it's not for you, but I can say it's great. As far as ways to upgrade it, I don't know. I don't think there is a ton of ways of upgrading it, because darn it, it's already doing a great job. So you know, thank you for submitting the deck, and you folks have a fantastic day. I will catch you all next time. Good night.